let's get into it. What is up, kids Army? It's your girl LATRICE, and I'm back at you again with Let's Talk Army/military video. And today we're talking about the different routes to becoming an officer. You all asked me to do this video on my beauty channel, so here I am on the Life of Leslie with this information. So first things first, if you are new to my channel, please do me a favor and subscribe here. If you want to see some of my archive content, I have some military videos on my beauty channel, but this will be where the majority of my new content will be. So with that being said, we're going to get into the different routes to becoming an officer in the Army. All right, so basically there are about 4 different routes that I'm going to discuss in this video, but for your SA, which is your situational awareness, you can find out the requirements and all the other information at goarmy.com. I will link that in the description. All right, so first things first, we're going to start with the ROTC route, which is the Reserve Officer Training Corps route. So that is the route that I took, which basically meant that I did 4 years, a full 4 years in earning a bachelor's degree. And at the end of my 4 years, when I received my degree, I also received my commission into the Army as a second lieutenant. So basically a requirement for me was to receive a contract, which is what I did. I didn't have a scholarship coming into it, but I received one after competing for one while I was in the program. But I did do 4 years of ROTC in conjunction with 4 years of earning my bachelor's degree in public health. Now, everyone's route could be different as it relates to ROTC, but to get more specific on what would relate to you, the best thing to do is to talk to a recruiter. I would recommend a recruiter at the program in which you're trying to get into. So a school, college, university that has an ROTC recruiter will be able to help you in determining the best route for you. I contracted in my junior year of college. So what that means is I had an obligation, a service obligation of 3 years owed to the Army, and then after that, I was free to submit my packet for resignation whenever I feel like it. So I did my 3 years. I'm still in. I'm under no obligation at this time, but with different things comes different service obligations. So be sure you know what you're doing. Okay. Get all the information. You do 4 years in the ROTC program. You take your military education classes for all 4 years, as well as your regular classes, for your degree. And then you commission, as well as graduate at the end of your senior year. Okay, so that's ROTC. But along with ROTC, which leads me into like kind of the subcategory of ROTC, is the Green and Gold program. So the Green and Gold program is basically the program that is offered to already serving active duty service members who need to or want to complete a degree or achieve a 2-year degree, so i.e. a master's degree or something of that nature. So with that being said, there's opportunities while you're in the service to apply for this program. Once approved, you will be able to enter into the ROTC program. On top of that, you will still get your active duty pay. You'll basically be on orders to serve on active duty, but pursue a degree and be in the ROTC program. So basically, you're getting paid to go to school. To me, this was a this is like perfect for service members who are already serving, because you can still remain active, still take care of your family, still earn money on top of trying to become an officer. Some benefits to that is you get the Montgomery GI Bill, or you can get, or the post 9/11 GI Bill. You get your entitlements as a PCS soldier, so the same things that you would get PCSing from another duty station, you would get for going to join the ROTC program. Obviously the leadership training that comes with ROTC, and then mentorship and all that great stuff. That is basically Green and Gold. So if you ask me which route you should probably go as an active duty service member, I'd say the Green and Gold route, because you can still earn, you can actually earn a master's degree if you already have a bachelor's degree, or you can finish your bachelor's degree while trying to still become an officer. So there is the Green and Gold program. Next is OCS. So that's the Officer Candidate School. I, as a commander, I run into a lot of OCS candidates because they're coming into Fort Benning, which is where I'm stationed, and OCS is at Fort Benning. So when they process the installation, I'm in charge of getting them to the candidate school. So there's a little tip there. So there are a couple different requirements based on where you are in life, whether you're a civilian, whether you're active duty, or whether you're reserved. That again can be found on Go Army. But basically, Officer Candidate School is a 12-week program that instills in you and teaches you how to be a leader, which is what ROTC does, except in a very short, condensed time frame. Like as I mentioned before, ROTC 4 years, 3 to 4 years, and OCS is 12 weeks. So everything that we did in ROTC is condensed into OCS. There is also an application process for this as well. You go to a board, you're selected by a group of board members who ultimately believe that you have the potential to be an officer. This route does not require you to have served in the Army or military before. So with that being said, you can come in as a civilian. As a civilian, you obviously have to meet the requirements, i.e. be able to have a security clearance, age requirements, things of that nature, to be able to join anyway. And then you go to basic training first, which I want to say is like 12 weeks too, maybe 10. And then you go to the OCS portion. So really that schooling part before you become an officer takes about 6 months. And then you go off to your basic officer leadership course, which is the school you go to learn how to do whatever job you branched in. Okay? Hope that makes sense. So that is the OCS route. So the last route that I'm going to discuss is the direct commission route. So this route is mainly for specialized branches such as legal, doctors, dental, chaplain's assistant. This is where civilians who have gotten an education outside of the military, i.e. went to get their doctorate's degree, chaplain, legal personnel such as lawyers and things like that, went to law school. They can direct commission in the Army to fulfill the needs of the Army as it relates to those specific branches. So with that being said, obviously they have their degree, bachelor's degree, even more so doctor's degree, and they direct commission into the Army. And most times they come into the Army as captains. So keep that in mind if you ever see, a captain that's a chaplain who might not, be as experienced, because they are just direct commissioning into the Army. If you don't have those branches, another one to include into that is Army Cyber. If you don't have those, you probably aren't eligible to direct commission. But the other routes such as OCS, ROTC, and the Green and Gold program are probably more for you. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope I was able to give you some resources also to help you make your decision. Again, a little synopsis or a little advice from me is that you're the only person who's gonna know what's best for you. You asking me what do I think the better route is, I can give you that information, but it's the better route for me because I have a different perspective. I have something different going on with my life. You might have different factors that play into your situation. So my advice is to talk to your recruiter, talk to mentors, ask them what they feel is the best and why. So then you can kind of weigh out your options. I hope that helps. I know it's not probably what you want to hear, but I'm real, okay? I got to keep it real with y'all. You feel me? I ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear. That's what you came here for, then I just can't help you, okay? So if you want the breakdown for how I actually went through and got my commission, be sure to comment below. I need to see it so that I can give you all this information. I have no problem doing it. I just want to make sure it's something that you all want. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of these videos, be sure to thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video with your family, your friends, and anybody who wants to know about these routes. I love you. and I will see you all in the next upload. It is your girl, LATRICE, and remember to always protect your